Welcome to the fourth annual World Creole Literature Virtual Gathering organized by the International Writing Program at the University of Iowa. My name is Christopher Merrill, and I have had the good luck to direct the International Writing Program, or IWP, since 2000. So this is my 25th year at the helm of this storied institution. And I want to begin by thanking the supporters of this event. Allison and Eric Madsen are the people who provided the financial means to make possible each edition of World Creole Day. The International Writing Program has for 58 years hosted a fall residency for distinguished writers from around the world. More than 1,625 writers have graced our UNESCO City of Literature from about 160 countries. The IWP Fall 2025 residency is in its last days. The writers themselves are in Chicago, taking in the Windy City before they return to their homelands on Thursday. But we have this one last event in the fall to celebrate World Creole Day. And we do that by me asking one of the most distinguished alumni of our program, Beaudelaine, Pierre, to organize this festival. And let me just say a few words about Beaudelaine. She's a creative writer and assistant professor in women, gender, and sexuality studies at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, where she teaches Black, Indigenous, and people of color feminisms, philosophies, and littérature afro-caribbean and études décoloniales. Since 2020, Beaudelaine has curated with the International Writing Program the annual Rassemblement Littéraire Créole World Creole Literature Virtual Gathering. And for me, it has even more resonance because I was born in Amherst a very long time ago. So it always feels like a homecoming when I get the chance to talk to Beaudelaine and hear and see what magic she can produce for us. So over to you, Beaudelaine.
Thank you so much, Chris. It's great to be here with you together and celebrating the 28th of October. Bonsoir tout le monde et bienvenue dans la 4e édition Rassemblée littéraire créole dans la journée 28 octobre là. Et m'a salué audience là qui ensemble avec nous sous toile là. C'est un gros plaisir pour Chris Merrill ensemble avec moi accueillir nous pour nous marquer ensemble journée ça qui journée internationale langue créole. N'a pas accueilli avec nous avec un pile chaleur poète et écrivain qui là ensemble avec nous à soir et qui pral partager ensemble avec nous bel travail qu'il a fait. Et m'a voyé grosse salutation pour Négresse Cola, Marie-Michel Dutot, Jean-Dany Joachim, Marie-Ludie Montfort, Denise Loture, Pascal Doresca, Donna Azawel Soleil, Jalisha Jolie, Chris Merrill, Director of the International Writing Program, qui ensemble avec nous sous toile là à soir. Et m'a dit gros merci tout pour Lauren, Monique et Johnny, qui c'est équipe International Writing Program là, qui nan cuisine cause depuis dernier jour ça yo et qui rend possible événement ça. Donc bienvenue à nous chaque et moi souhaite nous toutes et un bon moment ensemble. Et pour nous démarrer, moi pral présenter premier poète nous qui c'est Marie-Michel Dutot et qui pral li pour nous. Marie-Michel Dutot is a Haitian poet, slam artist, and singer. Dutot has worked for several years as a member of the Haitian community in Cambridge, Boston. And she has hosted a weekly broadcasting show on Cambridge Community Television. So the floor is yours, Marie-Michelle, and thank you for sharing your poems.
Merci, thank you. OK, petit poème, non, c'est ils ne savent pas ce qu'ils font. Vous entendez-moi? Allô?
Yes.
Vous entendez? OK,
Oui,
sorry.
yes.
OK. Ils ne savent pas ce qu'ils font. Haïti, belle femme. Haïti, femme vaillant. Ou même qui te fait l'honneur nous devant blanc. Ce qui passe qu'on y a là. Une femme qui te gagne une force extraordinaire, tonnerre. Ou là, nous deux bras pendiers. Yon a tué l'autre. Nous perdu l'honneur nous devant blanc. Nous perdu respect nous. Kounyea, nous avec yon petit cuit. Nan men nous, n'a demandé charité. Petit tout yo volé tant kou crapaud dans l'autre pays. Y a cherché yon la vie meilleure. Même dans pays qui te pi mal passé non. Ah. Oh mon Dieu, devant porte tourner derrière caille. Qui laisse ça a fini pour nous? Oh, papa de Saline, père de la patrie, venez lever ne peuple haïtien. Nous perdu compas, nous perdu valeur nous, tout pays refusé nous, ancêtres nous yo, côté nous, Haïti en danger. Oui, papa de Saline, nous connaissons fâché contre nous. Oui, papa de Saline, nous connaissons, ou même qui te dit, si les Français pénètrent dans ce fort, je vous ferai tous sauter. Nous tous te répondons, nous mourons tous pour la liberté. Oui, nous connaissons qu'on est fâché. Parce que qu'on a nous faire le contraire. Bois en tonnerre, ou même qui te dit, il nous faut la peau d'un blanc pour parchemin, son crâne pour écritoire, son sang pour encre et une baïonnette pour plume. Kouliéa, c'est le contraire qu'a fait. Oui, nous connaissons fâché. Chers compatriotes, on nous prend un petit morceau conscience pour payer nous. Gagne un petit morceau l'amour dans le cœur nous. Chaque jour, après les papas de Saline, et puis nous fait propre nous-mêmes toute salité qu'on fait blanc yo. Nous prouvons papa nation que salité coulée en vain. Eh bien, père de la patrie, pardonnez-les parce qu'ils ne savent pas ce qu'ils font. Deuxième, land of my first breath. Oh dear Haiti, country of sunshine, the breast that nourish my spirit, your misery is so painful. How much more do you have to suffer? I can hear your screaming, shouting, and see the tears in your eyes. Oh Lord, my heart is tearing apart. I remember how strong you were. You gave us strength and taught us how to raise our kids, how to survive, how to educate them. I know if you had a choice, you would choose the most beautiful, worthy life for our children. I remember they used to call you Hispaniola, jewel of the Caribbean. They used to call you Haiti Toma, heart of the Antilles. You have been so spoiled, guardian of my beginnings. Where the Atlantic kisses the mountains, always welcome visitors who come to the monuments and castles, and so much more. The birds would start singing, dancing, so happy to welcome visitors. A multitude of butterflies of different colors playing patty cake in flowers while the bees are sucking the sweets. Kreyo of the Western Sea, the sunset down on the ocean, enjoying your beauty. The sky is so happy trying to embrace the earth, and the beautiful, fresh, clean, shining rivers are having a deep conversation with the trees sharing the breezes. I remember when I was a little girl playing hide and seek with my little friends, and the moon was playing also, hiding behind the trees. Mamma mia, self-sufficient. You have to remember you are the first Black nation who fought for the independence for your children, for your cottons, your coffee, the sweet mangoes and sugar cane, diri la tibonite, maï moulin, cacao, suspiante. You know what I'm talking about. Figures banane, your gold, bauxite, aluminium, and much more. So you have suffered a lot of the disasters and never recovered. Today, only God can take away the pain. Beloved mother, don't give up on us. Your children need you. They are killing each other, running away. They don't know where they're going. They always say, never look back. But sometimes you have to look back to see where you were to go forward. Haiti, you are blind. You're deaf. Put your brain back. Look at your kids. They are confused. They need you. Come on, Haiti, wake up. You must remember that you are a very strong tree. Even when you lose your branches, your roots are so deep and enormous. You will grow out of the pain. Come back. Please, your kids need you. Reviens chez toi, je t'en supplie. Retournez la caillou. Regresa a mí, por favor. The last one. Ô vie qui me torture, qui me peine et que je plains. Souffle enjôleur qui me maudit, qui m'entraîne et que je pleure. Si dans le cœur de Durand, de Balzac et de Lamartine, tu as suscité l'amour, mais dis, pourquoi faut-il que tu t'inclines comme une épine sur mes jours? De ton manteau d'ébène, l'âme de mon père a été voilée. Et de ce qu'on funeste porter, je ne fus que la seule à en pleurer, mais je t'aime, ô vie. Tutrice de mon espérance, berceuse de mon enfance perdue, je t'aime encore plus. Reste, oh non, reste encore. N'accélère pas tes pas, je t'en supplie. Thank you.
That was fabulous. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Our next writer, Jean-Denis Joachim, poet, actor, fiction writer, and playwright. He has published 5 poetry collections and a play, most recently Your Voice Poet, Ta Voix Poète, 2017, and La Camisa Blanca, 2024. He directs city night readings featuring diverse poetic and artistic talents Fridays at Little Crepe Cafe in Cambridge. And here are his poems. Jean-Denis.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Merci en pile. Merci pour l'invitation. Merci pour l'autre fois, moi avec nous pour célébration langue créole langue. On pourra le partager avec nous 3 poèmes. Premier, c'est Souvenir d'enfance. Il était écrit en créole. Souvenir d'enfance. Moi songe fenêtre. Moi songe brille la pluie sous d'autol. Ti rideau tout fin dans papote. Ti mon petit k'ap leve yon après l'autre qui pas qu'attendre pour commencer jouer. Moi songe bri machan kap pase, Zabokami, bel fig mi biscuit gromit. Moi songe 8 heures du matin, drapeau kap monte, ti moun sou route l'école. Moi songe un ti kal dans la vim, les moi te ti moun ap grandi, la vie a te semble li pat gen bout. Mais pour qui pièce moun pas dim, c'est ça qui paradis a. Mais pour qui pièce moun pas dim, c'est ça qui paradis a. Et qu'on y est là, version en anglais, il dit comme ça, I remember the windows. I remember the sound of rain on the thin roof. The thin little curtain by the door. Little children waking up one by one, too eager to wait for morning games. I remember the voices of vendors passing by. Zabokami, Zabokami, bel fig mi biscuit gromit. I remember 8 o'clock in the morning, the rising of the flag, children on their way to school. I remember a small piece of my life when I was a child growing up, when life seemed to have no end. And I wonder, why did no one tell me that was paradise? Why did no one tell me that was paradise? All right. And now the next poem also that was written in Haitian Creole. L'arc-en-ciel. L'arc-en-ciel. Jérôme Lévon vendredi matin, Michel a conduit tranquille sur route pour le travail. Te gonti la pi yen qui t'a tombé pendant Michel campé en bon lumière rouge. Il voyageait l'autre bolaria. Te gen une belle petite dame qui a traversé. Mademoiselle en forme. Il gen un pile élégance. Mademoiselle pote col droite avec une belle cadence. Soit dit c'est danser, la danser. La danser tiap, 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 tiap. On t'y soulier délicat dans pied là. Que Jérôme bat pip, pip. Ven Jérôme gonflé. Jérôme perdit toute tête li nan gade. Bon chance pour monsieur. Si dame nan a traversé pour venir passer devant machine néant. Jérôme gen tan paré pour descendre vite là, paré pour dire ti dame nan, à la belle ou belle mademoiselle. Dame nan belle, il marchait bien, et puis l'échelle bête tout bon vrai. Mademoiselle kembe sous tête li on parapluie. Mais les Jérôme bien gardé, il remarque sous parapluie ya, gen symbole 7 pour les l'arc-en-ciel yo. Et puis tout, monsieur tout comprendre. Lumière rouge la vin changer, Jérôme continue route li sans dire rien. Mais les Jérôme rive dans travail là, avant monsieur descendre machine nan, l'idée le virer sous la caille. Jean pile fois, les la pli fin tomber, l'arc-en-ciel là qu'on paraît dans ciel là, en vent soleil là reparaît encore. Son petit côté m't'a passé, yo mon petit coup de pied, et puis moi tout vient tomber là. And now, the English translation. Forgive me, it's not the best, but do with it. The rainbow. Jérôme woke up on a Friday morning and he was driving calmly on his way to work. A light drizzle was falling. While he was stopped at a red light, he glanced across the street. A beautiful young lady was crossing. She looked elegant and graceful. She carried herself upright with perfect poise. You'd think she was dancing as she walked along. Chop, 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 chop. Step by step. Click, crack. In her delicate little shoes. Jerome's heart began to race. His veins swelled. He lost himself staring. Lucky for him, the young woman was crossing right in front of his car. Jerome was ready to roll down his window, ready to say, "Wow, you're so beautiful, miss." The lady was lovely. She walked so well, and she truly was stunning. She held a big umbrella over her head, and Jerome looked closely. He noticed the seven-colored symbol of the rainbow upon it. And at that moment, he understood. The red light turned green, and Jerome drove off without saying a word. But when he got to work, before getting out of his car, his mind drifted to the home country, thinking how so often after the rain, a rainbow appears in the sky just before the sun will come out again. Son petit côté m'ta passé, yo ba mon petit coup de pied, et puis tout vient tomber là. This is something we say back home with storytelling. At the end of a story, at the end of something, and then, yeah, I remember my childhood now. Okay, now I have something. Okay, here's the last one. I don't think I have a translation for it in English. It goes like that. It's in Haitian Creole. M'a crié non granger. M'a crié non granger. Pas fait ça la vie. Souteni pied, pas quitter au glisser. Mettez en moi fait la vie ronde pour très aviron. Prêtez main la vie pour gratter côté sensible. Montrez-moi d'oreiller. Montrez-moi d'oreiller pour compter rêve moi. Pour mal compter rêve moi. Moi vu les étoiles bleu. Bon choix moi, pourtant pas barème. Moi vais chercher feuille ou saison traitement. L'autre bout passe. Gen temps gen. Pas faire ça la vie, pas faire ça. Pas quitter pied. Pas faire ça la vie. M'a crié non granger. Merci en pile. Merci en pile. Thank you very much. Thank you.
This was amazing. Thank you so much, Jordani. You brought us back to our childhood. And now, I'm introducing poet Marie-Ludie Montfort-Paul, who was born in Jérémie, Haiti. A married mother of two kids, Montfort-Paul is also a journalist and the 2005 winner of the Plan Haiti and Panos Caraïbes Journalist Award. Montfort-Paul is the co-author of Nan Jardin Vaudou, a queer lexicon co-written with Daniel Sineus and Frank Philip. The floor is yours, Marie-Ludie.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm really happy to be here tonight to celebrate my language, Creole language, okay? Et merci en pile. Moi genye 3 textes que m'a pral essayer de déclamer. Yon c'est un texte qui sont extraits de Oswald Durand, un texte de Oswald Durand, un poème qui c'est Wanganeges. C'est un extrait de poème non, c'est en français que lié. Donc nous allons essayer d'étendre l'ensemble. J'irai quand le soleil brûlant fera place au soir, qui caresse là-bas où le chêne se dresse sur le ruisselet nonchalant. J'irai prendre d'un doigt tremblant sur la branche où d'or s'apparaisse le précieux Wanganeges dans son doux nid de duvet blanc. Et puis, réduit en poudre fine, je vais te l'offrir, Idaline. Quand près de toi, j'irai ce soir. Tu seras alors moins rebelle. À mes pieds, tu viendras t'asseoir. Ma lèvre à ta lèvre si belle. Ça, c'est un extrait du texte d'Oswald Durand, Les amours raffinés. Vous savez, Ouaganegues, c'est un oiseau qui gagne pile mythe là dans la culture nous. Donc, je crois que nous fait de extrait ça.
Marie, you have muted yourself. Can you unmute yourself?
Okay. Everybody, listen to me now. Okay, I'm start over, okay? Ok, merci. Moi, j'ai trois textes que je vais présenter. Premier texte, là, c'est un extrait d'un poème de Oswald Durand que je vais déclamer qui est titré Wanganegues. Wanganegues, c'est un texte qui sorti dans Les Amours raffinés, Dauphinois, édition Paris 2006, de Oswald Durand. J'irai quand le soleil brûlant fera place au soir qui caresse, là-bas où le chêne se dresse, sur le rousselet nonchalant. J'irai prendre d'un doigt tremblant, sur la branche où d'or s'apparaissent, le précieux Wanganegues dans son doux nid de duvet blanc. Et puis, réduit en poudre fine, je vais te l'offrir, Idaline. Quand près de toi, j'irai ce soir. Tu seras alors moins rebelle. À mes pieds, tu viendras t'asseoir. Ma lèvre à ta lèvre, si belle. Un extrait du texte Wanganegues. Wanganegues, c'est un oiseau très symbolique dans la culture haïtienne, non? Donc, choix de texte, ça, est très symbolique pour nous. Après ça, nous avons un deuxième poème. Poème là, c'est un poème qui est sous l'amour que nous avons essayé de déclamer. C'est un texte que nous écrit. Titre là, c'est Bap pou bap ak l'amour. Bap pou bap ak l'amour. L'autre jour, m'a marché sous boulevard. Moi rencontré ak l'amour. L'amour k'ap kouri. L'amour toutouni. Ak yon sac qui coude ak fil passion. L'amour a filé. Ou pas t'a dit c'est défilé ak res l'empire. L'amour pas vle camper. La plague toute bouline. Même Jean papa da portail le ogan. L'amour pas vle camper même pour lumière rouge. Sac l'amour plein. Sac li pote qu'est content. Même Jean li traînait qu'est saignait. Qu'est plein, qu'est nan main. Sac la chire sous côté. L'aime founi j'aime garder. Qu'est blessé, qu'est serré, qu'est sauté, qu'est cassé. Pile sous pile. En dan jacout l'amour. Qu'est calme, qu'est propose, sans qu'est chaud. Moi mande l'amour. Kote ou prale. Pour qui courir, pour qui presser. L'amour kembe sac li, sans dire un mot. Li disparaît. Kon coup de zècle. Et puis, deuxième texte que nous allons essayer de déclamer, c'est sous langue. Comme journée jodia, c'est journée internationale, langue créole. Donc, nous écrit un texte sous langue. Langue mwen. Langue mwen se nam mwen. Langue mwen se fil areyen ki koud nan mwen. Li se kod fil ki tisse lien ant istwam ak istwaz anset mwen yo. An dan mwen jwen sekre reset cuisine mamam. Sekre magi gran mwen. Tout sekre lan mwen te di yo. Langue mwen se miwam. La joam, la pen mwen, rêve mwen, l'espoir, victoire, la vie, liberté, l'amour. Tout c'est grâce à langue mwen. Langue mwen fait cadeau mot, li fait cadeau sens, li fait cadeau son pour me comprendre chrétien vivant pareil mwen. Langue mwen c'est moi-même. Langue mwen c'est identité. Langue mwen mare nan sous mwen. C'est li qui bam valem, c'est li qui fait valem. C'est un héritage qui pa gen prix. An célébrer langue nou, qui cimenté yon ak lot, sans passe pour qui. Yes.
Amazing.
You.
Thank you, Marie-Lydie Montfort.
Thank you.
Next up will be Denise Lautour, poet, writer, and storyteller. Denise lives in the Bronx. He writes in Langayesian, English and French. He's published more than 12 books of poetry and children's books, and is a winner of the Coretta Scott King Award. He is co-editor of the 2023 trilingual anthology of Haitian poetry, This Land, My Beloved, and his most recent book is The Onaric Journeys of the Denizen and Some Thoughts on Kindness, published by Hawes and Jenkins in June 2023. Denise?
Good evening. Bonsoir. Nous entendez?
Yes, oui, nous t'entendons. Bonsoir, Denise.
Moi dis nous honneur, moi dis nous respect tout. Moi content ouais nous encore. Moi content partager bel moment important ça avec nous. Son honneur pour moi. Pour moi avec moun qui important, moun qui a fait travail important pour nous. Moi dis nous merci pour nous accepter moi parmi nous. I say thank you to you for welcoming me in this program. Thank you. I am reading a poem in Creole. If you want the translation, I have it. M'appli un poème en créole, si nous voulons traduction, moi j'ai une traduction anglaise. Nous connaissons en Haïti, moun gen pile ti non. C'est sous, nous servi avec non, moun, pour créer poème ça. Petit poème non, c'est ti moun qui prend son musique dans Beaudelaine. I translated it into English as the little catchers of songs. Ti moun qui prend son musique dans Beaudelaine. Bébé, dédé, kéké. Bibi, didi, fifi, foufoun, poupoun, toutoun, soson, toton, vovon. Nous potenons bébé, dédé, kéké. Bibi, Didi, Fifi. Nous potenons Foufoun, Poupoun, Toutoun. Soson, Toton, Vovon. Nous, c'est belle son musique. Nous potons musique dans que nous potons musique dans veine nous. Nous c'est moun belle non qui boula son musique. Nous prenons pelle. Nous descendons la vie fond. Nous montons descendons gros monde. Oreilles nous a sonné avec son musique racine nous. Nous c'est moun vaillant qui boula son musique. Nous prenons pelle. Nous prenons son musique tout roche. Nous prenons son musique calvas vide. Nous prenons son musique glo la rivière. Nous prenons son musique glo sous. Nous sétimons à calvas glo qui boula son musique. Nous prenons pelle. Nous prenons son musique l'homme mais. Nous prenons son musique vent léger. Nous prenons son musique gros vent fort. Nous prenons son musique l'oreille cap grondé. Nous sétimoun gadet cabri qui boula son musique. Nous prenons pelle. Nous prenons son musique coq qualité. Nous prenons son musique tout crème. Nous prenons son musique rossignol. Nous prenons son musique ramier. Nous sétimoun cap chercher ti bois qui boula son musique. Nous prenons pelle. Nous prenons son musique lambiconné. Nous prenons son musique bonne vaccine. Nous prenons son musique bonne rara. Nous prenons son musique tambour radar. Nous c'est inanchon cap cahier banda qui boula son musique. Nous prenons pelle. Nous prenons son musique mettre samba. Nous prenons son musique onsikanzo. Nous prenons son musique dans vaudou. Nous prenons son musique simbi dans l'eau. Nous prenons son musique mettre agoué. Nous chanter toute musique racine nous. Nous c'est moun nan mon qui prend son musique dans pelle. Timoun nan mon qui va chanter babouquet. Timoun nan mon qui a quoi chanter yo dans potomitan pays non. Bébé, bibi, foufoun, soso.
Wow, amazing.
You
Thank
want to read it in English? Yes or no?
Pardon?
Oh, you want me to read it in English?
No, we're good. That was amazing.
Oh, okay, thank
You
you.
have it in English also?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, maybe if we have time towards the end.
Okay. Little catchers of song. I'll go faster.
Okay.
We
Go
call
ahead.
each other bébé, dédé, Keket, Bibi, Didi, Fifi. We call each other Fufun, Pupun, Lulun, Soson, Toton, Vovon. Our names are singing words. We carry song in our hearts and song in our vessels. We are little children who catch and sing songs. We wander in deep meadows and up and down tall mountains, our eardrums ringing and ringing to the echo of our land songs. We are little gardeners who catch and sing songs. We catch the song of the hollow rock and the songs of the water good, the songs of the rushing stream, and the song of the bubbling spring. We are little water carriers who catch and sing songs. We catch the song of the waving sea and the song of the rising breeze, the song of the blowing wind, and the song of clapping thunder. We are little good tenders who catch and sing songs. We catch the songs of the rooster and the song of the turtle dove, the song of the nightingale and the song of the ring dove. We are little fire cutters who catch and sing songs. We catch the song of the papaya flute and the song of the bamboo trumpet, the song of the conch shells and the rhythm of the rada drums. We are little dancers who catch and sing songs. We catch the refrain of the songstress and the bula of the samba, the lullaby of the mermaid, and the chant of the god of the sea. We catch and sing all our land songs. We are little Haitian peasants, catchers and singers of songs. Thank you to all of you. Thank you. Ça va? It's okay.
Okay.
I'm
Thank you
too
so much. Merci en pile, Denise. C'était super.
Merci pour
Um,
l'invitation. Thank you for the invitation.
well, thank
Thank
you
you
for
for all of you for your companionship, please. Thank you.
Denise. We are very honored to have you here with us.
Please.
And now introducing Pascal Dorisca, who is a blogger, wife, mother, daughter, friend, nurse practitioner. Originally from Haiti, she lives in Iowa City with her family. She gets inspired by long walks in nature, books, photography, deep conversations, and her corgi.
Hi, thank you for having me and thank you for putting this together. It's amazing. So the poem I'm going to read, it's called Psychologie l'espoir. It's about hope in challenging time. 4 years ago, I traveled to Dakar, Senegal, and while I was there, I visited Gorée Island, which is a slave site, which was used as a prison to house captured Africans awaiting to be shipped to the New World. Standing there at the door of no return, I had an epiphany. I felt so many conflicting emotions. I felt anger, grief, sadness, shame, but I also felt relief, joy, gratitude for life, for survival, for love. Yes, the world ended for these Africans that were stolen from their homeland, but they arrived in the New World as slaves and they made it their own. They created languages, communities, dances, spiritual practices. And today, I'm aware that the world as I know it has ended, but I'm also aware that there's always opportunities for rebirth. So we must never lose hope. So psychologie l'espoir. So la fin du monde. Personne pa konen ki moment exact monde lan chavire. Ant la guerre pasi, corona pa la, inondation qui savonne tête monde kay voisin, di fe lan rak bois lan Californie, nous pas de gen temps mette bab nous à la trempe. Nous te distrait. Met monde lan te konen ki jan pou yo fè nous rete tranquille. Fè nous tourner GPT éclairé, garder l'ombrit nous, fè selfie. Mais que nous te sous biscuit les vents te commencé virer. Nous te serré dans nous les théâtres commencé trembler. Nous te pensé nous tap ka veiller, boucher nez nous, boire de l'eau sale, mais hélas, rêve américain en croqué la gorge nous. Et stati liberté tourne symbole babouquette. Démocratie, rance. Mélanine, Macbeth là. Immigrant, zoboukéchen. Femme, corps femme, appareil idéologique l'État. Pi dia c'est choisi entre traiter moun nou ye a ou bien changer peau pour nous ka vivre. Mais si nous rappelons bien, nous te là déjà et nous te si vive. C'est pas première fois ciel la tombe sous tête nous tant que sac ciment sous ka boîte d'œuf chêne. Ancêtre nous yo te si vive trajet transatlantique malgré colon te pa ke yo tant que sardine nan panse négrier. Les yo rive Saint-Domingue, colon van yo la marché, même côté ak bœuf, meb, patate. Et puis yo fait yo travail tant que bourrique lan plantation canne. Met mod lan fait tout ça yo capable pour faire yo comprendre yo pa moun, fait yo raï tête yo. Mais non, yo si vive. Yo créé yon langue pour yo communiquer. Yo rentré la moun yo ye, la tradition yo, la nanan yo. Yo décide yo se moun, yo se petit bon Dieu. Yo gen droit même jan ak tout moun pour yo libre. Et puis yo révolté. Depuis là, yo si vive en bago, yo si vive dictature, yo si vive occupation, yo si vive mal cité, yo si vive pays loc, yo si vive gang sans foi ni loi k'ap détruit la vie. Yo prend kante, passe l'enragé, traverser passe de l'eau, et puis yo rive là. Jodi a ballon à l'empied nous. C'est tout par nous pour nous décider qui moun nou ye, qui sa nou vle, qui monde nou vle quitter pour petit nous. Nous pas pral bataille ak zam, nous pas pral faire gros bibit, mais faut que nous bataille. Maman m toujours dit pas gen rien qui monte qui pas descend, ou bien pas gen rien qui choque pas fret. Parfois, seul ça ou ka faire c'est refuser perdre l'espoir. Parce que là ou perdre l'espoir, force la pérez yo fait fête. Li nécessaire pour nous reconnaître que la fin du monde rive, li nécessaire pour nous crier, rêler, gémir, mettre genoux dans la terre, prier les saints les anges. Et puis, les nous fin crier, les nous fin prier, nous pral marrer senti-nous, lever camper, analyser, kebe men yon ak lot, et puis rentrer dans la bataille là, avec l'esprit, avec nam nous, avec tradition nous. L'espoir c'est un élan qui empêche au faire men kè ou. C'est un souris qui s'attire nan mou. Yon tas café ak soleil, yon ciel blé digo qui détire sous tête ou. C'est senti rêves ancêtres yo kap mijote lan nous. C'est planter pied nous lan moment, senti que nous kap battre lan poitrine nous. Souffle nous kap plonger lan ventre nous et puis kap remonter. L'espoir c'est investir dans ti moun kap grandi, c'est investir dans tête nous. C'est apprendre ça nous doit apprendre pour nous ka construire monde nou vle a. C'est décider qui ça n'a consommé, qui j'en a utilisé tant, qui ça qui est important pour nous acheter selon moyen nous, qui ça qui pas nécessaire. C'est pas quitter algorithme décider pour nous. C'est une bataille chaque jour, chaque minute pour nous rester moun dou bout, grand moun la la kou nou. Thank you. I have another one, but I'm gonna let other people go because it's almost 6. Thank you.
Thank you, Pascal. Wonderful, wonderful poems. Next, we have Donna Aza Weir Sole, who is a poet, anthologist, and literary critic. She's Associate Professor of English at Florida International University, co-editor with Opal Palmer Adisa of the anthology Caribbean Erotic, and author of 2 books of poetry, First Rain and The Woman Who Knew. Donna? I think, Donna, you're on mute. Can you unmute yourself?
Sure, so sorry. Merci, Phil. Good evening, Christopher. Good evening, Beaudelaine. Good evening, fellow poets. It's a pleasure to be here. It's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you all for providing this platform. Without further ado, let me start before my minutes run out because I love to talk. A voice crying in the wilderness. This is not a poem. This is a voice crying in the wilderness. There are more people dying from pollution than from gun violence. No one is announcing this on the 6 o'clock news. This is not a poem. This is a voice crying in the wilderness. Our waters polluted by human activities, poisoned on purpose for profit. This happens mostly in poor communities of color. This is not a poem. This is a voice crying in the wilderness. Interplant communication is not a new discovery in the scientific community. Roots and leaves emit chemical signals and electrical impulses. This is not a poem. This is a voice crying in the wilderness. Plants form underground networks to warn each other of the presence of danger. Humans, herbivores, and other predatory insects. This is not a poem. This is a voice crying in the wilderness. New technologies videotape evidence of plants screaming, "Stranger danger!" in loud green waves of shimmering energy. This is not a poem. This is a voice crying in the wilderness. Plants building underground railroad networks, safe houses, codes and decoys, arsenals to liberate the plant kingdom. This is not a poem. This is a voice crying in the wilderness. In Sri Lanka, elephants and humans fight for habitat. The elephants are winning. Elephantitis feet stomping out ungrateful, encroaching humans. This is not a poem. This is a voice crying in the wilderness. America's birth rate lowest in 100 years, and the gender war now bubbling hot like scalding cornmeal porridge. This is not a poem. This is a voice crying in the wilderness. The Comstock Act criminalizes abortifacients and contraceptives. Women get fitted for orange jumpsuits and bars. This is not a poem. This is a voice crying in the wilderness. There is no known meter, symbolism, metaphor, or rhyme scheme to stem the femicide rate rising like red tide. This is not a poem. The crying, this is a voice crying, a voice crying in the wilderness.
Wow.
And I think this one was inspired by this forum. I think this is the 3rd or 4th time here. And I think this poem was inspired by this forum. So thank you again, Merci Ampil. I want to speak in tongues. I want to speak in tongues, or more precisely, I want to overstand in tongues. I want to know all the languages of the ancient ones, the ones from yesterday and tomorrow. I crave their stories like a woman lost in the desert, thirst for water. I want the Tower of Babel to fall down and unleash all her secrets. Let the words wash over and through me like a baptism of fire. I want the wisdom of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. I want God to awaken within me like a slow burning bush. I want tongues of flames and feet impervious to fire. I want to speak and let it come to pass. I want the power to bless and to remove this curse and turn this carnage around. I want the loaves and the fishes, baskets of them, to feed my people. If we can make misery, why can't we make happiness? I will not cede the miracle working power to the poor in spirit who are craven with greed. Let me be abundant where it counts for the most good, and when I give it to the needy, let my storehouse be replenished. I want to speak in tongues, Amharic, all the Semitic languages, Akan, Yoruba, Zulu, Haitian Creole, Jamaican Creole, Spanish, Spanglish, Zulu, Kosa. I want to speak in tongues. I want the power of Babel to fall down and unleash all her secrets. Let the words wash over me through me like a baptism of fire. I want the wisdom of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. I want God to awaken within me like a slow burning bush. I want to speak in tongues. And the last one. Give me a second. Talking about ruins and you. Those who seek power at the expense of others will find that their reign is short-lived. To Saint Louverture. Ruination, ruined nations, how they rise and fall. Chichen Itza, Tulum, Koba. You think so me done? Me just a come. Babylon. Your kingdom must have a fall. I am the great he, she, mother, father, God of the whole creation. Don't take my weakness, my meekness for weakness. If I fall 10 times, I will get back up 1,000 times. You can push me down, but don't you count me out. You think so me done? Me just a come. Babylon. Your kingdom must have a fall. Ruins, ruined nations, rumors of ruination, how they rise and fall. The Ottoman Empire, old Ghana, ancient Rome, Mandarin China. You think so me done? Me just a come. Babylon. Your kingdom must have a fall. My name is justice and righteousness. You can't keep me down. Kill me today and I'll spring back tomorrow. Kill me today and I spring back tomorrow. I am life eternal and I exist on the far reaches of the multiverses. I exist to infinity. The more the wicked seek me, the more I will elude them. I see your bloody hands and your grabalicious ways. You think so me done? Me just a come. Babylon. Your kingdom must have a fall. You are anti-life and anti-love, lovers of self, of vanity, genocidal scourges of humanity. I am the great mother of everything, life-giving father, mother God of creation. Babylon. Watch there. Your kingdom a fall down. I see you judging with your judgy ways. Don't misrepresent me with your lies and deception. Cease and desist making me in your image. You think so me done? Me just a come. Babylon, you must have a fall. Ruins and ruination. Rumors of ruination. Ruined nations. How they rise and fall. Old Ghana, Western Asia, Babylon, and you. You think so me done? Me just a come. Babylon, your kingdom must have a fall.
Amazing. That was fabulous. Thank you, Azza.
Thank you.
Now introducing Negrescola, who is here with us. Negrescola is a Haitian writer and performer whose work explores literature, feminism, and Caribbean memory. Her upcoming debut novel, De Sang et de Lait, will be published by Leg Édition in 2026, following her poetry volume published in 2019. She has contributed to several anthologies and literary journals, including Beyond Life is Poetry, Chambre, Voix de Femme, et Débridée. Winner of the Congolese Season Prize and former writing resident at the Saint-Tropez, Haiti, Negrescola is currently pursuing a BA in English at Florida Gulf Coast University. Negres?
Thank you, Beaudelaine. Merci en pile. C'est un plaisir pour moi avec nous assoyant pour nous célébrer ensemble langue créole là, qui c'est langue nou natif natal. Moi gen trois ti poème tout court pour nous assoyant. Première partie comme ça, et titre là c'est Jodi pas pour nous. Demain en lait. C'est pas la police qui a fait fouille. C'est ti coup de courir pan n'a fait. Jodi pas pour nous. C'est les chancocs bat bas devant les âmes. Tout joue pas tourner tombeau. C'est les malheureux démarqués rad sous le corps. C'est les la fumée ouvri kakol sous tête Port-au-Prince. C'est pas jou non. Bliye crédit kay boss Marcel. 4 mirailles qui tend des premières elle nous. Soud. Deuxième nan, titre point 1. Comment que l'été en vie l'el grand moun tête li? Les papotes li bat sous nouveau souffle. la vie c'est l'effet noir, ou coucou désespoir. Pays a jou Québékil 3 fois par semaine. Rêvrez à Colombraille. Bout au fin, l'État ça a son mauvais baka, mais il a kou refusé. Envie en ouké. Liberté. Nan point écho. Ça fait. C'est nan marché contre l'horizon point en. Dernier an titré Andy. Andy c'est piège qui prend un piège. Je dirais ça. Quel ouvri gen joul. Personne gen bout. Ou em, moi sorti nan mwen yon moment. Lèm anvi di tranquillité sans aller dans mer ni la nuit, c'est où m'cité. Qu'importe si devant jour c'est avilissement ville, depuis sourire ou traverser m'jou yo, la vie kabou qui fait red. Mais quant à ça, la prévenu j'éclair. Merci en pile.
Merci, Négresse. Christopher Muriel has published 8 collections of poetry, including Watchfire, for which he received the Lavin Younger Poets Award from the Academy of American Poets, and On the Road to Lviv, many edited volumes and translations, and 6 books of nonfiction, among them Only the Nails Remain, Scenes from the Balkan Wars, Things of the Hidden God, Journey to the Holy Mountain and the Tree of the Doves, Ceremony Expedition. Wow. His writings have been translated into nearly 40 languages. His journalism appears widely. His honors include a Chevalier des Arts et des Lettres from the French government, numerous translation awards, and fellowships from the John Simon Guggenheim Memorial and Ingram Merrill Foundations. As director of the International Writing Program at the University of Iowa since 2000, Merrill has conducted cultural diplomacy missions to more than 50 countries. He served on the U.S. National Commission for UNESCO from 2011 until 2018, and in April 2012, President Barack Obama appointed him to the National Council on the Humanities. Chris.
Merci, Beaudelaine. It is such a thrill for me to listen to you all read in such a beautiful language, Creole. And I'll just add a little poem to the mix. This is titled Spiritual Things. It's in 3 parts. This poem is a form of disbelief for the priest measuring the stained glass window. He would prefer to shatter than describe it to the blind congregant who promised him a bishopric if he would bless his plan to drive a courtier insane or out of favor with the monarch. In this poem, he may discover how to mend a wall, fend off a criminal who cannot stay awake during his trial, or mark the progress of the full moon sailing across the sky, or else he may just fall asleep again. The confidential document destruction supplier was not changed before the shredder broke down, exposing our most intimate messages hand-delivered to the front by an aide-de-camp we never should have trusted. Betrayal is the currency of every corrupt regime, and so we hoarded secrets as if they were gold coins to be invested in expeditions to the ends of the earth and foolish military expeditions certain to bankrupt everyone connected to the judiciary, church, and palace. If Ibn Battuta was disappointed on his extended sojourn in the Maldives to find that women would not wear the veil or anything above their waists, despite the strictures he delivered as a judge schooled in Islamic law, he still took 4 wives and many concubines. He condemned thieves to have their right hands cut off, conspired against Sultana Khadija, the topless sovereign of the archipelago, and sailed away, leaving his women and a child behind on islands doomed to sink in the rising sea. Thank you. And now it's my great pleasure to turn this back over to Beaudelaine to read her poem, The Prodigal. And I will just say that in addition to the things I mentioned at the beginning of the reading, Beaudelaine also made for the International Writing Program a fabulous book called How to Write an Earthquake, right after the terrible earthquake in Haiti. And she brought together so many distinguished Haitian writers to try to make sense of what appeared to be a senseless tragedy. And I'm grateful that after all these years, we have the chance to continue to be in conversation and to coax new work out of each other. All yours, Beaudelaine.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. I'm going to read a poem called The Prodigal. The View. A museum, things near, things far too near. Beloved faces, malodorousness, a flower-printed tablecloth. How they cook the petit meal with the poicongo sèche in sautéed bloods, in copper pans, behind the glass of time, sliding right and left and right. The call to go home, in memory jars, in time put still from a well of despair, is how I press myself against myself, dig within, something of me free of trauma, unattended in life's mantle. Not an echo bounces back. And after a while, contending with childhood snuggles, a house strewed in space and time, making out on the back of an old tree, the landscape fading in youthful dew. After a while, not being removed, not being told overnight another place to move into, and after a while, not swapping one people for another, but holding life in a wink for once, just so I see myself last a little, just so I realize I can rest myself from myself. I can gather and I can hold in between life's bowels, beyond its raging storms. I watched the gods taking their leave, and myself waved in safekeeping, a thing among world's other things, within the sways of time, ragged but not removed from soul, from flame, from time's remains and stains and buds. How the world moves, and me in it, of changes imposing, of time no longer resenting, unwilling. So much of me, baked already, gazed through so much of the land, its groves, its corridors, waiting the light. In me, in theory, acknowledgements, veritas, half-truths, fully feathered, half-baked, plus a name to wear and a life deposited, already suddenly beyond touch and beyond reach. I get it now. 15 years or so to live, to be alive, to live, to garnish the next table, and then the next, and the kids to school to go figure the next spike of time. This too is life. The familiar daily weaving of time's backdrop. A comfort chair, a window porch unnoticed, a morning coffee cup, weeds pulling themselves out between concrete lines and holding the greens out a while sitting with the house cats. On ne vit pas seulement de pain, but most of all a manner of speaking, incomprehensible, hushed on language that has become the way of a people, that is the hold of everything else, the lesson, the juice of time. This is me. It's me. Do you recognize me? My senses haven't found gone. Your psalms, your songs, your tongues, from morning dews I hear, from summer nights the hills of childhood nest. This is me, petite pastanicaine of a guerrier, a wandering, a lamb the way of lost, weary, fleeting dust, time can't erode, believing me routed in the custody of memory. Can you hear me? Your songs carried me back, eyes of the night. A flicker still, a tint of gold before God's grace. A chip in time, I seek myself to you, the ghastly night gasping for air. Can you see me, uncurable, ghastly? This is me, your most loved child, in memory repose, in goats, sitting landscapes, chickens and bones. Where are you, ancients? Where have you gone, Father? Your songs have returned. I dig into my clays and modern ways, your voice intact I find. A slice of the past, a moment of you. But haven't I gone too far already? Having not listened deeper, having not looked into your eyes to know the way of us, to hear our prayers. I did not know then I would have to know you then to rest my soul now and eternally emerge in the darkness night. I seek my way back. Can you see me coming? Thank you for your patience.
Indeed. Beaudelaine, I love that phrase, to know the way of us. I think that what this celebration of Creole language and literature does is to begin to teach us a little bit of the way of us. I'm so profoundly grateful to you and to your colleagues for giving us this, the way of us here tonight. Thank you.
Those were
Merci.
two beautiful poems. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you. Thank you so much for, for making this happen. And
I want to say a quick thank you to the Writing University. That was Lauren Haldeman, a fabulous poet and maker of graphic books. And she has that uncanny ability not only to write exquisite poetry, but to make things work technologically. And that's how the magic of this happened here today. So kudos to you, Lauren. Thank you.
thank you, Lauren, for making this happen. And thank you, everyone, for showing up and for, bringing us together and building this way of us of connecting and building that language. Yeah, this is truly powerful. Really appreciate your contribution and presence this evening.
Merci, merci, merci en pile.
Merci en pile. Merci en pile.
And merci.
Merci,
Thank you
merci.
so much.
Merci. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank